Hi and welcome to all the racing enthusiasts around the globe who are joining us for this pre-recorded show, early doors on Thursday morning for the Friday meeting out at Fairview. Just having a look at the first race, 12:10 is the off time. We're racing on the poly track and the resident expert, none other than Grant Paddock. So Grant, how are you doing and how's things looking that side as far as the card goes?
Morning, Sheldon. Morning, punters. Yeah, all good down this side. Weather's been very good the last couple of days, Sheldon, after the rainy session, but it's been very good weather. And yeah, the card looks quite interesting. I think it's a card that a person can get a bit of money, and hopefully we can start the punters off on the right notes on Friday.
Right, let's kick off with the first race, and 1200 meters is the distance, all around the turn being on the poly. They have number 6, Queen of Jazz, as your 14-10 marginal favourite. Number 3, Confetti at 15-10. And just having a look, there's money around for number 1, Blueberry Blue, from around 6-1 down 9-2. Let's start off with the first race. I'm going to hand it straight over to you, Grant, and point us in the right direction for the first race.
Yeah, Sheldon, tricky little opener. Yeah, I must be honest with you. Confetti was very disappointing last time out, but back on the poly, I think you'll find a different horse. There's no doubt. Queen of Jazz, I'll be very honest with you. I've given her enough chances. I've got her in the bipod, but her last run was an improvement on her previous run on the poly. She didn't move well that day, so we're going to probably have to watch her go down to the start. Queen of Jazz, Extraction, very good first run here in P. She's been on the poly in Durban. She ran a decent race last time out, and with the booking of Louis Mkotwa, it's going to be a big runner as well. And there's money for Blueberry Blue, as you say. She had a good run on the poly 2 runs back, where she ran second over 1400, back to the 12, 1 draw, probably better on the surface. So very tricky start to the bipot. I went 3 and 6, but you can easily get a result 1, 4, 3, 6, if you know what I mean. So those horses should fight it out. Slight preference to Confetti.
There we go, slight preference for Confetti in race number 1 as we move into the territory of race number 2, and this is the in-between distance. It's over 1100 meters. Odds-on favourite for the Kelly Mitchley stable, Samanga Kumalo. The horse is called One and Action. Currently priced up at 7-10, and then number 2 just can't get enough is 4-1, 5-1, and better the rest. Grant, looking at your best bet on the card, it's going to be, as they say in Hollywood and America, and action. Is this individual going to play the part?
Yeah, he should, Sheldon. He's putting up very, very good work at home. Decent run last time out on the poly in Durban. You'll probably know a bit better about that form line, but in the previous start to that, he ran third in Johannesburg over 1200. Samanga Kumalo up. He's a very strong horse. He shows very decent work, and I think he'll take a power of beating, especially in this field. The dangers here just can't get enough. Newton Heath probably a little bit as well, so solid front runner. And then the new horse from the Creef Yards, Stealing the Thunder. It wasn't in an original declarations, and Richard was riding Sex Bomb, and then I see they added this filly in, probably because of the size of the field, but I think she's got a bit of work cut out to get to the top 2. So very strong on hand action. I think he'll open up a couple of multiples on the day, and I'm taking him as my best bet in the card and a solid win chance here.
And just looking at the favourite and action, ran 18 days ago, so I presume travelled exceptionally well and everything went well according to the trip.
Yeah, very, very well, Sheldon. Surprisingly, normally that the Durban trip takes a bit out of them, but he really travelled extremely well, and well done to the transporters there as well. And yeah, he's ready. He's ready. There's no doubt he's ready.
On to race number 3, which is over 1200 meters. Yeah, you're going with numbers 1 and 3 when it comes to your suggested bet, the bipot. Tell us about your numbers.
Yeah, Sheldon, probably the best exactor on the day, Fanny Campbell and Le Pequinita. Fanny Campbell having her third run here. She's run 2 decent races already. First start on the poly. That is always a question mark, but draw 1. Sharon normally has them on the poly, so that shouldn't be a problem. Le Pequinita, that Cape Town form is always very, very strong, and you got to respect it. And one thing, where Alan has added the blinkers, and that's a big must. When Alan adds the blinkers on a maiden first time out, it's obviously shown very good work with the blinkers lately, and probably going to be a very hard horse to beat. So La Pequinita, Fanny Campbell, the racing 2, pick 6. I think this is the opening leg of the pick 6. She only needs the 2. I'm tipping it 3 from 1, and I've got that in my bipot as well, 3 from 1.
And then a horse like number 6, Mad World, opened 14-1, down 10-1, just going on that debut, running KwaZulu-Natal behind La Premier, who has run in a feature race. Maybe one for the quartets?
We'll have to pick up a speed to get into the back end of quartets. There's no doubt about that.
There we go, on to race number 4, and looking at the current betting for race number 4, they have number 4 Sundrop at 22-10, number 5 Dance Mo 33-10, and then number 3 Millennium Dancer at 7-2. Let's touch on your connection, number 3 Millennium Dancer, and then you can take us through the rest of the selections. Grant?
Yeah, Sheldon, very weak. Filly's maiden, 1900 Millennium Dancer. She's a proverbial maiden, professional maiden, I should say. She'd probably be helping herself if she kept on running seconds and thirds. Sundrop, with the jockey change to Richard Fourie, is probably going to have its best chance to win a race on Friday. I think she will win. In fact, Dance Mo is the improver, and the filly number 7, Kamaria, she ran an improved race last time out, and in a weak field like this, she has to go into the pick 6. So I'm tipping it 4, 3, 5, and 7, and the winner should come from one of those 4.
Next up will be race number 5, and as we head into the zone of race number 5, just having a quick look at the betting. Number 2 Central City is 16-10, number 4 Magical Midlands 9-2, and number 5 Storm Commander at around 5-1. Just looking at your numbers, you're going with numbers 2, 4, and 8 for the bipot.
That's correct, Sheldon. Central City looks like the right horse in the race. Solid form. I see there's been early money for it. So that's definitely a runner. Magical Midlands, nice horse, enjoys the poly. Unfortunately, the last 2 times he's come to the course, he's been scratched for TCO, 2 positives. So we're going to have to watch how he goes. Alado's Pride won a very good race last time out. They won't let him get away to the front and have a soft ride like last time, but he's got to be a runner. And then Storm Commander is the other horse in the race. I see they've got the blinkers back onto Vice Voter, so the pace is going to be on. Alado's Pride will have somebody next to him, there's no doubt. It's going to be about the judgment of the pace here, and there's no better rider at the moment in the country than Richard Fourie to judge a pace. So Central City to take it from Magical Midlands, Storm Commander, and Alado's Pride.
Then we move on to the next hurdle, which will be race number 6. So race number 6, that'll go off at 1500 hours over the distance of 2,000 meters. And here they're betting 3-1 the field. Number 8, Lady Writer, 3-1. St. Cloud, number 7, 4-1. Aerial View, 9-2. And then Raising Quinn around 6-1. I'm going to touch on a runner that I don't think you have in your bipot. Number 1, Dame of Flame, 62 kilograms, minus the 4 kgs. Where would you put Dame of Flames into your equation? I see 2 of the 5 wins have come on the poly and 1 from 1 course and distance.
Yeah, she's got to be there and thereabouts. This is a very tricky fillies and mares handicap, this, Sheldon. There's a couple of horses here that can run well, there's no doubt. A couple of horses that have got better quality jockeys on that can improve as well. And then filly like St. Cloud that loves the poly track but needs to find her best form. Probably could be underpriced at the moment, overpriced, sorry. And then Raising Quinn, also another filly that's shown solid form at the moment. A very, very tricky race. Aerial View is probably the right horse in the race, but she got a very soft lead and unchallenged last time out, and that's not going to happen in this field. Lady Writer goes up there, and she won't let her have a soft lead this time. So very tricky race. You're going to need a couple of horses to get through. There's no doubt. I do like Lady Writer. I like Raising Quinn and Aerial View, and you've got to have respect for the Richard Furios St. Cloud. But back to Dame of Flames, it's a filly that's got to go into the pick six, and in fact the pick six is very close to a field race.
Right, let's move on to race number 7, and yeah, we might be able to find a little bit of value. There's 2 horses I'm just going to quiz you on quickly, and they both got the apprentices on, and they're both trading at double odds, 12 and 16 to 1. Number 4, Act Naturally. If you ignore that last run, the best of the draw gets 4 kgs off. And then your value selection, number 6, Cabon Capi with Nastilia aboard, ridden this individual or this daughter of Flower Alley in the last 2. And they both got positive gates in their favour.
Yeah, 100%, Sheldon. You found my value bet on the day in Cabon Capi. Last time out, she ran in I think it was a 90 against Passchendaele, and she raced 3-4 wide the whole way and chased her to the front. Good draw, back in trip, back in class. Won't miss a place. I can tell you that right now. She's probably going to be the front runner in the race. Act Naturally, I know she's got the best of the draw. Unfortunately, she pulled up lame last time out, so we're going to have to watch how she goes down to the start. I do definitely prefer Cabon Capi. The Screer Force here, Go Check with Love. Probably the right horse in the race if you're looking at the form, the draw. She's run against way stronger than this. I think Lady of Fame or something like that, that she ran to last time out is a very good run, and this is a very shallow race this as well, very, very shallow. Horse like Cabon Capi, very, very good value at 12.5 to 1, and it's actually worth an each way bet. She did good value on the day. But punters have to have a look at number 2 if there's any money for it. Nothing at the moment, is pretty quiet, but with a 2 draw and Richard Fourie up and solid Gauteng form, she's got to be a massive runner. The rest of the field, a filly like Lende, unfortunately drawn out very badly, and another one that you got to take notice of if it goes down sound is Holly's View, number 12. Tricky race. I'm tipping Cabon Capi to beat Go Check with Love.
Rightio, let's go on to race number 8 and bring down the curtain at Fairview. And once again, looking at 2 runners that I think we can throw into the quartet. You can give me a brief comment on these 2 runners that I've included. Number 1, Demigod. If you ignore those last few runs, from the draw, unfortunately, very difficult to overcome. But this horse, number 4, Karandi, also got a deep draw to overcome. And they're the type of horses that could run into the quartet with luck from the bad draws.
Yeah, you're going to be needing a lot of luck from those kind of draws, Sheldon. You know, one is drawn 13, the other drawn 11. Karandi's going to go up there, and so she's going to be chased up. It's not going to be easy, really not. Demigod can give them a chance off that draw. Drop her in. She normally likes to run at them. But I must be very honest with you, I think this number 5, CG Orca's in the right race. She was horribly unlucky last time out. You go back and couldn't get a run down the inside, and very unlucky to get beaten up 300 meters. She's been finishing in quick times. I think she'll be very, very hard to beat, and another one that will form part of the multiples of the day. She's a pick 6 banker at the back. I know I don't like doing it, but she's found the right race and the right horses. The Dangers, Empress of Normandy, no doubt that Johannesburg form is decent. Reunion, Hotspot, another horse, big runner. Just a little bit of a concern of stepping back in trip, but she won a good race over 1400, and she ran a very good post maiden as well, over a mile. Stepping back in trip could be the only concern for me, but she's definitely a quartet kind of a horse. I would be roving banker the 5 and the 7 here. You could add in your 1 and 4, and definitely the 6 to go with it. But I'm bankering CG York. I think it's the right horse on the day.
So there we have it from Grant Paddock, straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. Got his ears close to the ground there. He knows exactly what's happening in the centre. And now, Grant, we're going to bring up your suggested bet for the day. So if you wouldn't mind going through your buy pot and best and value bet, please.
Thank you, Sheldon. Yeah, best bet starts in race 2, number 1, And Action. The value bet, race 7, number 6, Cabon Capi. And the suggested bet being the buy pot goes as follows. We open up with 3 and 6, by banker 1, by 1 and 3, by 3 and 4, by 2, 4 and 8, by 2, 7 and 8 for 72 Rand.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Grant. Always a pleasure. And hopefully the horses, as we always say, live up to their reputations and the form goes according to plan. So thank you very much, Grant. So that's a look at
Thank you very much, Sheldon, and good luck to the punters tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.
There we go. Grant's out and gone. So let's hope the horses are also out and gone and they end up in the winner's enclosure where you want them to be.